What was your plans for the future when you were younger?
Um, by the time I was ready to go to high school, I already knew I wanted to be a chiropractor.
I think I thought I was going to be like an architect for a while, so I wanted to draw, maybe a doctor for a while until I realized I wasn't very good around blood. A professor maybe at some point in my life. I really like to climb trees, but I couldn't figure out how to turn that into a career. So I mean, I was going to be a professional basketball player until I got cut from my middle school basketball team. So many different things.
But I always wanted to be a teacher. So ever since like the middle school, high school, I wanted to be a teacher.
I wanted to be a fashion designer when I was in high school. And then I wanted to be a psychologist or sociologist, do something with that. And then I wanted to do hair and makeup for theater. And then I eventually fell into teaching.
I was in high school, I was very set and I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I was an artist and I liked to draw. I spent a lot of time drawing homes and drawing people, so I definitely knew that I wanted to be an architect because I was very fascinated with structures and buildings, and that's actually what I went to school for.
I wanted to be a doctor. And then I got to college and being a doctor was not the plan.
How did your perception on life change as you grew older?
That's a good question. I think just as you grow older, you get a little bit more mature and perhaps you're not as impulsive as you were younger. I also think that you kind of learn to look before you leap into a situation and maybe not put yourself out there as much as I may have younger.
I think that my perception of life changed in that as different life events happened, I saw things differently. So not a lot changed in like college or whatever. I had experiences with people that made me look at trust a different way and things like that. I think the biggest change is when I had my son. How I look at the world as a mother versus before I was a mom is completely different.
How would you describe your upbringing?
It was good. I mean, I come from a fairly large family. I think back then it may not have been considered that large. I have two sisters and three brothers, so there were six of us. I was raised in I guess I would be considered a lower middle class at the time.
Going to church, so I think that kind of laid the foundation for what I thought was good behavior and not so good behavior. So I'm sure that shaped me growing up.
As a young adult, was your parents strict?
Yeah. My, you know the expression, the fear of God? So we had the fear of Joyce in my house. My mother's name was Joyce.
And my mom was a teacher, so I think that she was not going to have any foolishness.
They were definitely very involved and strict when it came to school. And then as long as that was okay, other things were a little bit more flexible.
My parents were pretty supportive. I wanted to go to school for architecture. They supported that. After that, I wanted to do missions work, which is really challenging for certain parents to understand because I had to raise my own support. They were encouraging towards that, and when I finally branched into education, they were supportive as well.
Very strict Caribbean house. My father is Guyanese, my mother's Puerto Rican. So education was always really important. Like if I could have 101 fever and I'd still be in school.
If you had a chance for a do-over in life, what would you do differently?
That's a great question. It's interesting looking back about and asking the question about if I would have done this thing different, how would have everything else played out differently? I think I worked really hard in school, and I think I would obviously say that that's really important. I think I would make sure I prioritize relationships, friendships equally. That I would still take the schoolwork really seriously, but that I would not lose focus of the importance of friendships.
I would probably enlist in the Navy. So before I decided to go to chiropractic college, and that's where the doctorate comes from, I had an opportunity to sign into the Navy to get into the Med Corps.
If I were to go back, I would try to make sure I reached out earlier. Or like start out that conversation before resorting to just finding someone else who was having the same feelings as me and doing what they were doing. So I think that would be the thing I'd change. We just try to go back and figure it out earlier versus later.
No, because I really like where I'm at now. So I don't think that if I change things, I wouldn't want to risk not being where I'm at now.
What 5 adjectives would you use to describe yourself?
5 adjectives. Friendly, funny, completely inappropriate. Tough. I would say I was tough. And smart.
Quiet and active, motivated, hardworking, and curious. I'd say those still all apply now.
Shy-ish, bookish, friendly, sensitive, it's Corey, and hopeful. I don't really think that they've changed. I think they're pretty much that. I think I'm a little less shy now than I was in certain aspects, but pretty much the same.
I was ambitious. I was driven. Energetic. And probably a bit of an overachiever.
I think so. I think how I was brought up has impacted how I am today.
My parents shaped me a lot, and they kind of set the foundation for the person that I became. So I think that a lot of my early upbringing, I'm sure, had an impact on who I became.
Yeah. I mean, I think I looked to my parents for for guidance, and they were good at letting me make mistakes and learn from them.
Yeah, because so like I said, I had my daughter at 16. And I think it went from you're smart, you're going to be a doctor, to your life is over because you had a baby. And so I spent a lot of time just being really angry and really lost in my 20s until I figured out that the career that I chose, being a college administrator and then later being a teacher, they weren't my plan B. They were actually what I was really good at.
Sure. I feel like I was raised to do what was right. So even when I was a kid, it was really challenging for me to do the wrong thing. So I feel like just kind of like doing the right thing, working hard, just a certain work ethic has definitely translated to just how I live my life like now. Like you always do your best, do what's right, and just put forth your best effort. So I feel like that comes from just my upbringing. My parents raised me to just work hard, and 90 wasn't good enough. It should be like 95 or above. So they were always pushing.
Having come from where I came is why I have my tattoo. Bianc. Bianc means life. And so when I got it, was the idea that your life keeps going and you can always restart.